what we are, don't know where we belong. Wanna know what you're thinking, wanna know if something's missing. Started stories before, but they ended.
Hi and welcome to episode 70 of Junk Journal with me. Do you know those moments when everything goes wrong? Well, this spread is one of those times. So I have this cute napkin that I found recently at a store just randomly, and I had to take it because it had such cute bunnies. And since they were Easter bunnies with eggs, I decided to do a very early Easter spread. So the idea was to make a tag, which I'm going to decoupage with this napkin and then put that into a tuck spot. So what I'm doing here is, this is already my second attempt. The first one went wrong. So I'm taking a very old book page and tracing out this shape of the tag that I wanted to use. And I wanted to glue that onto this base, which is just another marbled piece of cardstock that I had. So I'm gluing that on. So the first thing that happens is it just rips, as you can see. But since this was already my second try, I decided to just try to fix it rather than starting all over a third time. So that was okay. I was able to fix it, and just checking to see that the image actually has the right size for this tag shape. Now I'm gluing on the other side, also from the same book page, and just trimming it down to be the same everywhere, and just fixing one of the edges quickly. Or all the edges quickly. Okay, and now I'm just inking up the edges. And now I'm trying to figure out which portion of the napkin I am going to put on. So on one side, so this napkin had two images. It has a girl and a boy bunny. And so on this one side, I'm putting the girl. And rather than putting matte medium down this time, I decided to just use my glue stick because I thought it wasn't going to work well with the matte medium. So I didn't want to make any more mistakes and just glue it down. So that's what I'm doing here. So that's the boy. So one side has the girl, one side has the boy. I'm just trimming it down, fit the tag shape. So, and now I am actually going to take my thinned down gel medium because I didn't like the way that it would show so much white, because when you decoupage, it doesn't do that. But then what happens is, as you can see here, I just took his eye out. Poor guy, I took his left eye out. Oh my gosh, and it really frustrated me. So I just peeled the whole thing off again. So since everything was still wet, I was able to just kind of wipe it all off. I was getting so frustrated with this actually. So I am inking up again, and I have the same image again, so I am trying it one more time. So I'm gluing him down. Once again, I'm cutting around. Okay. So now I take my sponge brush and I'm very, very, very careful and just very lightly tapping all around. And that was okay. And then I dried him with my heat gun, and the other side looked fine too. So I just mixed up some more of that matte medium with water and went over that as well. And while that's drying, I thought I would make the little tuck spot. So I just wanted to do this side piece and decoupage another part of that napkin on it, and then just glue that down, and so I could slip the tag in. So I'm just gluing that onto a cardstock again so that it gets more stability. And of course I'm going to, oh yeah, now I see the side where the girl was on all of a sudden is coming off, and I don't know why. She was glued down just like the boy was, but she's coming off. So first I thought, okay, I'll just re-glue her. But then, then the napkin tore. So I'm like, oh my God, this is like a never-ending story. So I took her off. Okay, so now just the boy was left. And I decided on the back side, instead of decoupaging one more time, I'm just going to put this grid cardstock on which I would then journal. So I'm just going to glue that on instead. But the tag shape wasn't correct because I had cut the original one down already. So I just tried to make that match up, and now I'm almost glued down the wrong side. Okay. So now I'm inking up the edges again. Okay, now for the side pockets, so I wanted to adhere this like flower garland. Just cutting off that yellow edge. And I thought that would be quite nice on the side there. So I'm again decoupaging. That actually worked out okay. And then I really wanted to have that girl there too. I didn't want to have just the boy. So I decided to just give it another try and to decoupage her right onto my page. And I didn't even go over it because I really didn't want a chance ripping that up again. So I just left her like this. Yeah, and just to match that, I wanted to pick up the edges of that as well. And I actually regret having taken such dark book pages for the tag. But the original one I had done, which I ended up cutting out of this video at the beginning, was a lighter one, and when I tried to decoupage, it became totally wavy. So I thought I needed to use a different kind of book page, so I wanted to try this one, but I kind of wish I would have taken a different light one, but oh well. So now I'm just going through my fabric pieces to find one that I could use as like a ribbon on top that I could just tie around. And I am very indecisive here. I kind of wanted something with green, but a green that wouldn't be too boring. and I really couldn't make up my mind for quite a while. There was one with the bunny, but I didn't really like that. And anyway, you wouldn't see the bunny if I just tear a ribbon out of it or off it. Like those flowers as well. There's a green one with flowers, and I think that's all I am taking for now. So I had these 3 that were left, and I had to eliminate 2 of those, of course, which I was really having a hard time with. So I decided to stick with the green, and I ended up taking this one. So I'm just tearing a strip off, and now just punching a hole and threading that through and just tying a knot. And I thought that was very cute. Okay, and next I journal on the back, and what I'm writing about here is how my family used to celebrate Easter and the traditions that we had in our family. And so the next thing that happened is, of course, I ran out of space, because I don't know why I wrote double spaced. I could have, yeah, it could have fit if I would have just written single spaced, but I didn't. So I decided to attach another piece of grid cardboard on the back with a washi so that I could continue writing. Okay, so here I'm trying to find a washi, and I very quickly find this colorful floral one that I really thought is a nice spring themed one. And also I wanted a thin washi because there wasn't a lot of space, so that was perfect. Okay, so I continued journaling there. And since I had a little bit of space left on the bottom, I wanted to add some stamps, and I had these little Easter themed stamps for a really long time. This is not something I would buy now, but at the beginning, when I really wasn't so experienced, I just kind of bought this little set. And so now I'm just adding those, and on the inside I'm just gonna add the Happy Easter. And I know I'm very early with this, but it's okay. This will be my Easter page. Yeah, and in the meantime, I think everything is dry, and I'm just adding him to the page. So that's it. That's my spread. Managed to save it in the end. But it was quite frustrating to get there, and it took me a really long time. So thanks for watching, and hope you got some inspiration. Thank you. Bye.